welcome back to the Second and Short podcast, where the entire playbook is open. I'm Josiah.
And I'm Hayden.
And as you can see, just two names today.
Yeah.
But for those of you who like to listen to audio only, the link for the Spotify will be in the description.
I feel like the Ford household has kind of become a hospital for all living things. I mean, you saw the fiasco there with my dogs. For those of you who can't really see, thankfully, maybe some people would care, but our house is literally a nursery / greenhouse right now. Yep, while the family's in California with Christian working on his hip, we're just keeping everything alive in the Ford
It's
household.
like a retirement home.
Basically.
Like one of those Florida, sunshine houses or whatever you call it.
Retirement home where the 23-year-old is in charge. That definitely is going to go well.
Mm-hmm.
As you mentioned, only two of us. This is episode 99. So we have to come up with something special for episode 100.
Episode Brett Kiesel.
Kiesel, yeah.
Aaron Donald.
JJ Watt.
JJ Watt. Love it.
Good stuff. So me and Christian, this can be our F around segment that we do every week. Me and Christian were in Grove City, and we were looking at the jerseys. And you and I have both kind of become jersey collectors.
Yeah.
There was a jersey that there were a couple that I almost got. One was a Cooper Cup for like $65, just because I love Cooper Cup, and I'm like, that's not that bad from how
Is
you
it
and
Seahawks or Rams?
Rams. There's also an Aaron Donald one, which I do want eventually with the Pitt connection. Those two caught my eye because those are both ones that I want. One that I didn't think I want, but now I kind of want, and honestly, I might go back. There was a Devin Hester jersey.
Falcons? Bears?
Bears. Well, it was signed, but it was only $125. And I'm a cheapskate, and I wasn't planning to spend it, but I'm like, $125. That's like how much a regular jersey costs. Add on the fact that it's signed by a Hall of Famer.
That's sick. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's authentic. It's like a legit store in Grove City, so I don't think that. But I was like, 100, because that's how much like a standard like nothing special but nothing trashy. Like a standard jersey costs $125, like $119, and it's signed by a Hall of Famer. It's not like a good player. Like he's a Hall of Fame player.
Oh, yeah.
It just blew my mind because that was the same price as some other ones. And me and Christian were looking at the other clearance jerseys. There was Najee Harris. There was Deshaun Watson Browns. There were stuff like that. So it was kind of fun. But there's a Joe Flacco signed helmet, I think, for like the Browns or the Bengals, like not the Ravens. So it was kind of a fun, ironic piece. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do a on the road episode. The boys take on Grove City, and we just splurge at the two sports outlet stores that they have there.
That'd be sweet.
But
my jersey curse continues. I told you about the Patriots jersey I got, right?
Which is funny because you told me you would never buy me a Patriots jersey.
I know, and I finally came to terms with I love that blue color that they had this year for the first time, the rivalry jerseys.
Yeah,
or
something
they
like
had.
that.
But I love that blue color, and I was like, I don't think I can do it.
And
I
it's
was
with
like,
a former player that's been in the news, isn't it?
Yeah, former Steelers,
Yeah.
Patriots, and one other team.
Browns? No, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
He was a part of the
coach
Matt
the Browns.
Castle trade.
Yeah. Obviously, we're talking about Mike Vrabel. So, and then before that, I had just bought a Ryan Clark jersey before he was in the news media. I got my Antonio Brown jersey shortly before everything happened.
Yeah, that one's all right.
I know. And then my signed Le'Veon Bell Bumblebee jersey I had right the year before everything happened with him. I think there's one more in there that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I also have a Jahmyr Gibbs Lions jersey, so I'm just waiting for something to happen.
One.
I do have a Kuechly one.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for
that
something
I
to
might
happen
actually
with
copy
Gibbs.
you with.
Yeah. I'm waiting for something to happen with Gibbs because I'm like, I haven't worn that one yet, but like his contract's still not official yet, so I'm like, something's gonna happen. I know it is.
So this, since we're just talking about players going off the wall, you see that Rashee Rice failed his drug test or something on probation. It was like weed or something, but since he's on probation, I forget the exact details, so I probably shouldn't. But there was something where he was in the headlines again for doing something. So he has another 30 days in jail or something.
And you just traded for him in one of our dynasties.
I don't think I got him.
You didn't? I thought you got Rashee and he got
Oh, maybe I did get him.
J-Mo and a fourth or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. Dude, I'm so high on him though, because I wanted him in another dynasty league that I co-managed with a buddy, because that's actually how I found out about it.
Yeah.
He texted me, he's like, "Wow, I'm glad our trade didn't go through." I'm like, I don't know, dude's gonna go off this year.
Every year, I watch the Patriots, the Chiefs draft a receiver, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just sneak them in late rounds of like a dynasty draft.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Ross. There was a kid last year, I can't remember what his name was, but he didn't play hardly at all. I'm blanking on.
Shoot, what was his name? Sky Moore was one year.
Moore, and then this year
Jalen Royals.
Jalen Royals, yeah. And it's like,
yeah.
I watched some of his highlights, and I'm like, he looks like a decent player.
Yeah.
They drafted another kid this year who's like outside the prototype of he's like 6'4", he's a decent
It's
player,
truly
but
Rashee Rice and Tyreek Hill. That's it. No, like McCole Hardman kind of worked out, not really. Like, because they drafted McCole Hardman after Tyreek got in trouble for the first time in the pros.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, is something going on here? And no, nothing ever went on there because Tyreek Hill's one of the all-time greats and McCole Hardman was a solid role player. But, I just saw...
Jeff Caldwell was his name. He's 6'5", 216, and he ran like a 4... He ran something and said 4.31.
And you stashed him in a dynasty?
I did. He's in one of my taxi squads. Not in ours, in a different one.
I was going to say, I don't remember.
So, it's like, hey, you know what? They've never had a true 6'5", like, guy that's that fast. It's like, even if he's not... I looked up some stats on him. He's not got, like, incredible play strength, especially for a guy's size.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he kind of gets knocked off his routes by smaller guys, but that's something you can develop a little bit. So, we'll see.
I don't think many people were using Polymarket to bet how many times Jeff Caldwell got brought up during today's episode 99. Whoever hit the over is very rich right now, very rich. So happy to help out. We're doing something that we love doing, building a team. Josie, you have all the ground rules. Do you want to go through that with everybody?
Yeah. Also, just to clarify, I was looking at this. Jeff Caldwell was undrafted, so he was not drafted by the Chiefs. He signed as an undrafted free agent. All right, so typically how we set these drafts up is we have a wheel. There's a website. Shout out to wordwall.net.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, that's right. No free ads. But yeah, we just have a wheel. It spins. It has each of the NFL teams on it, and we each make a selection. We go back and forth as to who picks first. The way that we have this one set up is kind of like a fantasy football lineup. So we have quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and then 2 individual defensive players. Then from there, we kind of set our parameters of how we want each of the individual drafts to go. So for this one, we decided that we're going to go with players on rookie contracts, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, it's something that's unique. Yeah,
we've never done this one before. I think it'll be pretty interesting to see. It'll also get us thinking a little bit too. The one caveat in the past that we put in there is if somebody selects a player, like Hayden picks first, he selects a QB. Say we get the Steelers, he selects Drew Aller, right? I couldn't select a quarterback in our old way of doing that, so I couldn't take Will Howard, right? Now in this one, we decided we aren't going to do that, and so we're going to stick with. You can select multiple players from the same position from the same team if you so choose. So cool.
Let's go.
Rocking. All right, first one. You want to pick first for this? I won't look at the team yet.
You go.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Rookie contract.
Uh-huh.
And just to clarify, we didn't even touch on this, but it can be a rookie from the 2026 draft. So technically Mendoza, although if they haven't officially signed their rookie contract, that's slotted anyway.
Oh, also, we added this caveat in there because Hayden wanted to. Even if they're on their rookie contract, but they've signed their extension, they don't count as rookie contract.
I don't think that one needed clarifying.
I
think you just wanted to get that in there because you're a little salty about it. But
your first 4 years are technically in your rookie contract, but it's fine. Like Patrick Mahomes signing his 8-year extension that was 10 years. So, man, trying to think of the last 4 years and players that they drafted. I mean, obviously,
it's almost easier to just it's almost easier to just go with the defensive player because they're so it's harder with the.
Dude, like I'm struggling.
And this one's gonna be fun too because we could end up with backups that we just like.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking of I'm even blanking on his name. The guy that held out last year and didn't sign his rookie deal.
Shamar
Stewart. Didn't they get another edge this year?
I think so. I remember Shamar Stewart changed his number because Sexy Dexy bought 97 from him.
Who did they take at 10?
Dexter Lawrence, they traded.
Oh,
yeah.
I was
like,
so that counts. I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take Sexy Dexy here. I mean, I guess just based on the upside and what he has, like Shamar Stewart's kind of standing out in my mind. Honestly, I can't think of players that they took in the first round prior to that, not even just the first round, but Yoshivas is still on his rookie contract, and he's a decent player. He is decent.
Jermaine Burton, you remember him?
Yeah, Jermaine Burton. Yeah.
He actually got cut, I think.
He got in trouble with the law. He
was a mess. He punched somebody during the Vandy game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I'm gonna probably regret this, but I'm gonna take Shamar Stewart.
You are gonna regret it. Chase Brown.
Is he still on his rookie contract?
Yep.
Huh. Yeah.
Chase Brown.
All right, fair enough.
I was talking with my one buddy that I co-managed that league with, and we had Chase Brown, and a trade offer came in for a dynasty league because wide receivers are weakest by far. We have DK, we have Nico, we have a couple of young guys for Flyers like Ricky Pearsall. There's somebody else I'm missing, but we have Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs. So we're kind of just sitting there twiddling our thumbs because we don't want to get rid of either one of those guys.
Yeah.
But does Tyreek even play this year? Does Stephon even play this year?
I heard a rumor Stephon Diggs at the Chiefs could happen, which would be
maybe. I think New England still may. I really wish he would have headed back to Minnesota.
That would have been fun.
I think that would have been awesome.
Maybe get you one.
Yeah.
Oh. We are also going to be eliminating teams as we pick, so we will not roll the Bengals again.
Which is good because we struggled there. I don't know where I would have gone. I would have probably found somebody on defense if I couldn't get Chase Brown.
Yeah.
Which I am high on the Bengals.
DJ Turner's not on his rookie contract, is he?
Yeah, he is, I think.
Can I switch to DJ Turner?
No. You picked him.
DJ Turner's he's actually a legit corner.
Especially compared to the rest of the defense.
Yeah.
But, so anyways, Chase Brown, we have him, and somebody offered us a trade straight up Devontae Smith because we're so weak at wide receiver.
Yeah.
And running backs, I think we have like CMC, Derrick, our running backs are older, but they're solid. But we decide I'm all in on the Bengals this year, but that burns me all the time. I'm always all in on the Bengals.
I think Joe Burrow could throw for 5,050 touchdowns and they'll still be under 500 because that defense
wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. So all right, spin. Hayden's picking first on this one. All right, no, that's not bad actually. The Jets.
Okay, so Breece Hall not eligible. He's just signed his deal. Yep. Although he wouldn't be eligible anyway. Franchise tag. I forgot about that. Garrett Wilson. Did Garrett Wilson sign his deal?
Yeah,
he did.
Him and Sauce got it the same offseason, and then Sauce got traded. Sauce
that's
and
true.
Garrett Wilson both signed the same. Yeah.
Got 2 tight ends to choose from. Could go David Bailey.
There's one wide receiver that's depending on how
are you talking about Omar Cooper?
Yeah, Omar Cooper.
I was high on him to the Rams because I thought it was going to happen. I don't actually
love it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm missing somebody on their defense. David Bailey. Do you want to do it a fun way? Do you want to do it no looking up the charts?
Yeah.
Okay. I was impressed that you didn't. So all right, we'll keep it that way. Am I missing anybody on their defense? I feel like there's somebody. I'm not going David Bailey. I'm going to go the guy who you and I actually kind of argued about during this year's draft process. Not because I really like him. I just think that the bust rate's so high there. But I'm going to go Kenyon Sadiq.
I was wondering if that's where you're going to go. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good pick. I think that, just based on the speed and the versatility that he has there, and he's obviously strong enough to block. I think he needs to develop as a blocker, but I think there's definitely an opportunity there.
I'm going to look up their depth chart just to see if I missed anybody while you make your pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like they took an off-ball linebacker in this draft.
Are you just thinking that because Arvell Reese was mocked there?
Yeah, but maybe. Yeah, I don't know. So I mentioned Omar Cooper Jr.'s name already. A name I don't think you mentioned was their backup running back, the tall one.
Braylon Allen,
thank you.
Who I was all in on last year.
Yeah, which I think he's still solid, but didn't he have an injury?
Yeah, he got hurt. Plus, Brees was just money last year.
Yeah, I probably would have taken Kenyon Sadiq here if you didn't. Rookie contract, defensive player. Watch me fill my 2 defensive players right away.
That would be tough.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with Omar Cooper Jr.
So me and Josie both do skill positions there.
Yeah.
There were a couple of guys on defense that are intriguing. One of which I know you loved, and he's a fun player, but I just don't know how good he's going to be at the pros. D'Angelo Pons, the Indiana corner.
Yeah.
The other one who I think would have been up there with Omar Cooper, depending on your opinion, Tavondre Sweat. For the trade from, I forgot about that just because.
I was big on him coming out of draft. I mean, I wanted him in like the 3rd round, but like.
Or honestly, the 2nd overall pick in the draft. You and I kind of both just brushed right over him, like kind of giving everybody our opinions on that.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so 2 guys down. Josie, I've used a running back and a tight end. You've used
a wide receiver and an independent defensive player.
All right.
Eliminate the Jets, just like the playoffs do every single year. All right, spin. Here we go. We are looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm picking first for this one. Let's see. I mean, there's obviously BTJ. There's Travis Hunter, which you could technically use as a defensive player or wide receiver if you wanted. They didn't have a 1st round pick this year because it was the Browns. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence isn't on.
Travon Walker signed his extension.
Yeah.
Who's their starting running back? Is it Chris Rodriguez? I think so.
Tank Bigsby? He's gone too. He's with the Eagles, or was with the Eagles. Bashal Tutin.
Oh yeah, he's still there. So they're truly going committee this year. Whichever one of those guys ends up being the number 1 running back is going to be a steal in fantasy. The problem is it's one of 4 guys.
That's what, yeah, and none of them are like ahead above the rest, in my opinion. I mean, I think
we're each going to go wide receiver here.
I think so.
And
So I already have Omar Cooper Jr., who to me is more Travis Hunter than Brian Thomas Jr. So I'm probably going to bring in the speed of BTJ and pair him with Omar Cooper Jr. Just because, again, like I think that Travis Hunter has a lot of upside, but I think that BTJ complements Omar Cooper Jr. a little bit better.
I would agree. As I mentioned, I'm going to go Travis Hunter. I've talked about it forever. He doesn't have the top-end speed or size that you need to be a boundary corner or wide receiver. With that said, his ball skills and his route running are truly something special, where if you put him in the slot, he's going to get you 100 catches, 1,200 yards, and double-digit touchdowns. I really wish that Jacksonville would stop wasting their time with him on defense, because he's going to be a solid cornerback 3.
Slot guy.
Yeah, he's a zone corner. And
there's one nasty pick, though.
He's a zone corner. There's not a value there. So I'm going to go Travis Hunter. While you spin, I'm going to look at if we missed anybody.
Would you have taken BTJ if he was still there over Travis? Because I know you were a big BTJ guy going into his rookie year, and even
I've cooled off on him a lot this year.
Yeah.
Just because of the character, which we knew about coming out of LSU. Yeah. Honestly, I'm glad that I had the 2nd pick, because I think that it's truly just your cup of tea. I agree with what you said, Omar Cooper Jr. Having both him and Travis Hunter, neither one of them really speedsters. Yeah. Getting BTJ that elite speed. So I'm very happy with having the 2nd pick there, where I wouldn't have had to make that decision, because honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was going to say something else too. Oh yeah, interesting, fun little tidbit. Both of my wide receivers are juniors. Omar Cooper Jr., Brian Thomas Jr. So,
would you and Kelsey ever do a junior?
No, I'd probably name my son Josiah, but I wouldn't necessarily go with my middle name. It doesn't really have any. And plus, I don't know if you know this. Actually, my dad's the 3rd, and my brother's the 4th.
Oh, okay.
And Robert Irviname's the 4th. Is my brother. So,
me and Christian both have our names on baby name list, but I don't know if I would ever do it. I think Becca and Christian would be more likely to do it. My dad was a junior, and since my grandpa
He had 3 boys and didn't go with a junior. It's crazy.
Well, he did it on purpose because my grandpa had issues and was in the newspaper for wrong reasons. And he said, I never want my kids to have to, because he was like, well, there's my name in the newspaper and not, shout out grandpa. But, so that's why he didn't do it. But I don't know. I could see it. Logan definitely won't. Me maybe, and Christian, I would almost be shocked if him and Becca don't. Looking at it, I think we did it. There's not, because Travon Walker, if he would have still been there, that's a no-brainer. Our running backs, LaQuint Allen, the Syracuse Orange running back.
If we had been doing this last year, Devin Lloyd would have been a pick for IDP.
And ETN, HN.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
That's
like I need
so weird,
I need to say ETN and then HN because I want to respect the guy's name, but also if I say HN, nobody's gonna think of Travis Etienne. Yeah, nobody's thinking of him. So I'm trying to do it both ways. Cam Little's, he's still on a rookie contract. We were talking about kickers before, right? So all right,
70-yarder in preseason. So, you ready for your team?
Yep.
You got the lucky first pick on this one. I knew it was coming eventually. Lions. Can you just write it in? Move along.
Yeah, my computer froze. But I mean, Jack Campbell's there as a defensive player.
Brian Branch is there as a defensive player. You love Brian Branch, dude.
I do, but Jahmyr Gibbs is too hard to pass up
Arnold
on.
is there.
Yeah, all right. Well, Jahmyr Gibbs, nice try. Especially after now that I know you have a jersey.
Aiden Hutchinson. He's still on his rookie contract.
No, he's not. Signed for $46 million last offseason.
You sure about that?
Yeah, you want to put some money on it?
No, but I don't remember that.
Because he was coming off of the injury, and everybody didn't know if he was going to wait. Yeah,
I kind of do remember. Okay.
He was like right after Micah, I believe.
Yeah. I believe you.
Dang, I could have used the quick 20.
4 years, 180. Yeah.
So, both my running back spots are filled up now. Jahmyr Gibbs and Chase Brown, which I'm going to take that all day. That's pretty darn good.
Very good.
You have a couple of good guys, though.
I do, but I can't go wide receiver. And I'm not necessarily...
Well, that's fine. Who would you go? Tesla?
J-Mo.
J-Mo's signed, too.
This season? This offseason?
Last offseason.
Alright, whatever. But I'm gonna
he was the same draft class as Hutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go Sam Laporta. So.
I was hoping he would be signed too, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not. No.
Yeah. I was really hoping. I was like, oh, give him the trifecta. I'm surprised.
About what I didn't take?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Laporta is top 5 tight end.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like he had one bad year.
You just know how high I am on Branch and Campbell.
Oh, yeah. And I like them both too, but like I probably like Branch a little more than Campbell personally. But I mean, I know I'm an off-ball.
That's our first one where we just had a plethora of guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is good. That means that this idea is working.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, my first pick for this one. The Washington Redskins. It actually does say Redskins on here.
Because you typed it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
It actually says Redskins.
No, I didn't type it in. No. Look. It even has a picture.
So
I'll show the whole camera. Look, I did not put any of those in there. It actually says Redskins.
I thought you had to quickly type in all 32 teams.
Nope.
Okay.
They're already in there. There's a couple different options to go with here. I feel like it's gonna be so hard to pass up on quarterback with this pick. The only other thing I'm thinking here is, we're both so high on this defensive player, an off-ball linebacker, Mr. Sonny Styles. I'm so high on him. I'm so sure that he's going to be an absolute.
Who's their running back?
They signed. Hold on, I got this. They signed Jerome Ford.
It's that mess. It's like
there's like 4 guys there. They still have Jacory Merritt, Jacory Krosky Merritt. They signed somebody else too.
Yeah, you're right. Rashad White.
Thank you, Rashad White. And then I feel like they drafted somebody too. They drafted Kaytron Allen. Which I low key, I feel like he could be RB2 pretty quickly.
I feel like,
So-
but similar to what we said about Jacksonville, one of those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know which one, and there's 4 guys it could be, but
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not going to overthink it too much. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels. As much as I would love to absolutely take Sonny Styles there, I can't. I don't think I'm going to get a better quarterback on the rookie deal than that, to be honest. So, you don't know if we're going to land on the Patriots.
You're right.
You don't know if we're gonna
But the
land on-
Patriots, the Bears, like
We'll see.
I don't blame you. I am gonna go Sonny Styles. It's wide receiver or defensive player, unless I would to go Sam Hartman,
Good.
the pretty boy.
You
But
good?
no, I'm gonna go
Stud.
Sonny Styles. I love him. I can't, is there a wide receiver there?
They drafted somebody this year.
Luke McCaffrey's there. I know that.
McCaffrey's there. Obviously, man, who am I?
Regardless, it
Yeah.
makes
Oh,
sense
okay.
why I'm going Sonny Styles.
Oh,
I didn't know if I missed something on like another defensive player, but Sonny Styles is fun.
yeah.
So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's stud. They drafted Antonio Williams.
Oh yeah, he's shown up a lot on
Yeah.
Dynasty League.
I think Jalen Lane is still on his rookie contract.
Defensively,
Diami Brown is not on his rookie contract. Scratch that.
Mike Saintstrow probably would have been the next best.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Zeus Newton.
Oh, they still Jeremy McNichols as well. They have 5 running backs currently on their roster. 6. Robert Henry.
Yeah, whoever
Jr.
that guy is.
Yeah.
I don't think he's making the team.
Oh, Ben Sinnott.
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was huge on him coming out, but
Oh.
plus I have Sadiq, so he wouldn't have been an option. All right, who's my team?
Eliminate. Spin. New York. Oh, we almost got the Steelers. New York Football Giants.
So quarterback Jackson Dart's the clear choice.
Hmm.
Wide receiver Malik Neighbors. That would it's similar to what you said about BTJ and Omar Cooper getting Neighbors and Travis Hunter to go off of each other,
Mm-hmm.
and then that would also, although you have both your receivers, I was gonna say I could eliminate you defensively. Abdul Carter and Sonny Styles. This is another way. Like, there's not a wrong answer.
Mhm.
I'm going to be ballsy. I'm going to do what you didn't. I'm going to wait for our quarterback, despite how much I love Jackson Dart. There's so many good young quarterbacks
Yeah.
where I feel confident waiting. Then becomes Abdul Carter and Sonny Styles, the 2 Big Ten athletic freaks. That's hard to pass up. Abdul Carter, underrated rookie season. We also haven't seen that, though. So I don't necessarily want 2 unproven guys. Malik Neighbors, I feel like wide receiver, that's going to be really hard. I feel like it's going to be easier to find a quarterback or a young defensive player. So I'm going to go Malik. And we're going to say that his knee and toe is healthy.
Yeah, right. So I have 2 running backs and a defensive player left. You have both your running backs, so I think I'm going to take a defensive player here just so that...
Really? You're leaving Scat and Tracy on the
I
table?
know, and they're both good. They are. But I also think that my struggle is picking between Abdul Carter and Alvarez.
I hope you get Caleb Johnson. I really do. I hope you get Caleb
Hey.
Johnson.
Stud.
Yeah, okay.
Stud.
Okay.
Top 10 running back if they give him a chance. My struggle is picking between Arvo Reese and Abdul Carter here. Because the upside of Arvo Reese is like you're looking at guys that were in 2 consecutive years looked at as like one of the best defensive players in the country. And Reese gives you maybe a little bit more versatility. I guess they both played off-ball linebacker too, didn't they?
Yeah, we just don't even talk about it with Abdul.
Yeah.
Arvel, you talk about it more because Arvel played more off ball in college.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cool. We could both do Ohio State linebackers, but also I don't know. It's hard to pass up Abdul.
It is. I am. I'm gonna go with Arvel Reese.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you're kind of canceling out my defensive player there. Like, that's good. No matter who you pick there, I think it's a draw.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much when we break it down. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm intrigued. Like I'm intrigued to see what they do with him, with the plethora of edge rushers they have. to see if maybe they do line him up at inside linebacker a little bit.
I really hope so.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see. So I mean, he's an athletic freak, and now I have two athletic freaks who are not necessarily polished edge guys between Shamar Stewart and the other one. Oh my goodness, let's go. Team that I rolled for you. I mean, I guess you wouldn't feel this way about it, but I rolled the Raiders. So as far as getting a running back, I mean, again, I know you're not huge on the guy, but like I could do much worse than taking Ashton Jeanty here. Go ahead.
I'm making that face more so because of who I'm gonna have to take here. Who's a defensive player? Do I just go with Mendoza?
Oh.
Did they draft an edge rusher? I don't think so.
They drafted a corner. The injury-prone guy who fell out of the first round.
Ooh,
yeah,
that'd
that's
be
intriguing.
Yeah, but I can't. I have to go Mendoza.
Right.
I have to. But speaking of have to, just like I had to go him in just like I had to go him in our dynasty because frickin' Troyer threw me a curveball.
Took Jordan Tyson second overall, dude. I was expecting to get him at 5.
I saw it and I was like, well, crap. I was working the phones like it was draft night. I called like everybody. I was like, you want him? I'm like, somebody in this league has to like him more than me. And I forget, Eli, I think, might have told me, just double down. Yeah. Or no, Christian did. Because Christian was sitting on his beanbag. And I'm like, I have to. And it's good because since I've pretty much not bought a single penny of stock into him, fantasy or otherwise, it makes sense for me to. It actually worked out quite well. But I was like, somebody, like, seriously, like this, I'm probably the one person in the world who should not draft him.
Yeah. See, I have 5 starting quarterbacks in that league, so it's like I don't need. I have Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, I have Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence, and Aaron Rodgers. It's like if Rodgers wouldn't have signed, then maybe I would have potentially looked at it. But like, I have a plethora of quarterbacks in that league.
I think a lot of people are gonna say that I should win this competition between the two of us. I almost, no matter what, I'm gonna say you're gonna win
because you have Mendoza.
Yeah, just because I'm like, oh well. Like some people are gonna be like, wow, that's stacked, and I'm like, yeah. Should have gone Dart.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Spin them out. And you'd like this one. Okay. Your quarterback is coming from the Broncos.
No, my quarterback's not. I drafted Mendoza.
Oh, you just did, yeah.
And I could have had Nix over Mendoza.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're a Nix guy.
I am.
Yeah.
Especially compared to Mendoza. All right. So defensively, got Riley Moss there. Scout. Quit sucking your brother off. Who did they? Patrick Surtain's not on a rookie deal. There's somebody on their defense other than Riley Moss that's on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
Benito signed. Jonathan Cooper signed. So the 2 edge rushers are out.
Yeah.
Off-ball linebacker. I think their off-ball linebackers are like Alex Singleton. Yeah. So he's out. They have an interior defensive. Dude, is Riley Moss the option here?
There's got to be somebody.
Right? I don't know if there is, though.
Who did they take last year in the first round? Oh, Bo. No, it wasn't Bo. Who was their first round pick last year? I honestly don't remember. Is it a lineman?
I don't think. Who was their first round? I mean, Riley Moss isn't a bad player, but I mean, it's not exactly who you want here. Yeah. I'm gonna go Riley Moss. I'll look. Yeah. What's your one position left?
It is running back.
RJ Harvey.
I was gonna say RJ Harvey, and then they drafted Jonah Coleman this year, he was a late round pick. It's not like it's crazy. Jalen Waddle's not on his rookie contract, but he's there now. Forgot about that one. Yeah, I mean, I think RJ Harvey's probably the lock-in pick here for who I would go with.
I think
I really can't think of anybody else. Oh, you know who I just thought of for you? Yeah. Their first-round pick from last year.
Oh, Barron.
Jahdae Barron, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
So,
Sticking up for my boys.
Yeah.
But that's it. There's literally no, everybody else is second contract.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Yeah. This didn't turn out as so. When I thought of like doing a draft with just 2 people, I'm like, oh, we're just gonna have like these crazy old
Stacked
teams.
roster.
We're really not. Like,
I think it helps with the rookie contracts. I think
Mhm.
we'll have to bring that.
yeah, for multiple people, it's like we're gonna be like scraping to try to
Like, defense, which is ironic because I don't think like your defense is pretty good, but it's unproven. Mine's
yeah. Mine's super athletic. It's just not like necessarily tailored to.
But like I feel like tight end and
You have who for tight end?
Sadiq.
And I have Sam Laporta,
Yeah, let's go one by one. I mean, you won this. Quarterback
Daniels,
Mendoza, you get the win at least for now.
Yeah.
But
Genty.
Chase Brown.
I mean, of those, I mean,
Chase Brown's better.
I'd probably choose Genty personally, but
If Genty was taken anywhere else but top 6, would you say that? No.
if Genty was in the Bengals offense, then yeah.
No,
If-
you're
if
falling. You're falling in love
no,
with
no,
where
no,
he
no,
was
no,
drafted.
No. If Genty had Joe Burrow and had Jamar Chase and T Higgins on the outside,
They would throw the ball every play still
the middle of
because
the field would be wide open.
Chase Brown is better.
Because he's
You're-
a great catcher.
You're falling in love with the draft spot, not the player, and that's clear. All right.
We'll see this year.
All right.
We'll see.
Who's your other running back?
RJ Harvey.
Yeah, Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah.
So regardless, I win running back. So whatever. Anyways, yeah. You can have Ashton Genty as 3.5 yards per carry. Have fun with that. Have fun with that.
Guess what? Now he's the best center in the league, so he's gonna have more than 3
Better
yards
than
per
Creed
carry.
Humphrey.
Yeah, I'd probably take Tyler Lillian. Now that he's
Me
not a
too.
Raven, I can say that.
Me
I'd take
too.
Tyler
But
Lillian over
I
Humphrey.
think many people would take Creed Humphrey.
I'm taking
I
Frazier
would
over
take
both.
Linderbaum.
I'm taking Frazier over both.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
All right. Wide receiver Malik Neighbors.
I have BTJ. I go Neighbors. I give you Neighbors. Same
I
draft,
don't know.
same team, same college team.
It's a
That's
draw.
wild.
It's a draw. Both had incredible rookie
Rookie
seasons.
seasons.
Both had terrible second seasons. BTJ was more his fault. Malik Neighbors got hurt. So, wide receiver 2, Travis Hunter.
Omar Cooper Jr.
I think I'd win
Yeah, I
receivers.
mean, he's more established.
But you know
I
what's
think
funny?
Omar Cooper
I
Jr.
think
changes
I'm going to win everything but quarterback. I guess not everything. I guess split. I was gonna say like running backs and receivers. I think I whooped you, but I think the other ones are just so glaring, especially tight end and defense, where you win.
Yeah.
Tight end Kenyon Sadiq.
Sam Laporta.
You win by a mile. Defensive players, Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese. Let's say those two cancel each other out. Arvell Reese was taken higher, so if anything, he would win. And then Riley Moss versus.
And Shamar Stewart.
I
Again, those are kind of a wash.
Yeah.
I'd say Riley Moss has more notoriety at the moment.
I agree,
Shamar
but
has
also
talent.
Shamar has more talent. So,
That's valid. Why? Just 'cause Shamar.
so-
You're buying into the skin color thing.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
You're buying into the skin color thing. Come on.
All right. Well, let's say
You're better than that.
let's say Arvell Reese was taken higher than Styles. So
Fair.
you win quarterback at least for now. That one's closer than what I think because I'm not that high on Daniels either, to be honest.
Sophomore slump.
Yeah. Running backs and wide receivers. I think I win by a decent margin. You win tight end by a decent margin, and you have the proven quarterback, and your defense gets the edge. So you win. Good job.
Appreciate it. If you're putting too much stock in how people think quarterbacks are important. Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl last year. Not a top 15 quarterback.
He's not a top 15. You don't think?
2 years in a row, not a top 15 quarterback won a Super Bowl. Isn't that crazy? There's an
I think
argument-
Darnold's top 15.
I think so too. But there's
Yeah.
an argument that, fine, 2 years in a row, not a top 12 quarterback.
Yeah.
Didn't win.
Well, let's go through.
Non-top 12 quarterback.
Let's go through. Mahomes,
Okay.
Allen,
Yep.
Burrow, Lamar,
Mm-hmm,
Stafford.
I'm taking Baker over.
Me too. Baker,
Mhm.
Herbert.
These aren't necessarily in order. I just want to
Correct.
clarify that for everybody.
Baker, Herbert.
Herbert, Daniels. Fine, Williams.
Save it. Save
Wi-
it. Save it.
Yeah, that's
save
fine.
it.
Williams.
Drake May was
Drake May,
better.
Williams.
Caleb
Williams.
Save it.
Alright. Oh, I thought you were saying that
Goff.
for.
Goff.
Yeah, I'd take off.
Dak.
I'd take Dak.
No, so there's 10 right off the bat, and then I think the waters get really murky.
Yeah.
Because the Washington fans are going to say, well, Drake May has one really good season, and so does Jaden Daniels. So, Caleb Williams has more talent than any of them. So, I think Darnold's probably in that 13 to 15
Yeah,
range.
that's fair.
I don't know.
I'm taking
I am going to be doing my top 50 quarterbacks here soon. So
I'm taking Mendoza over both. Heck, you know, I'm taking Will Howard over both. I'm taking Will Howard over all of them. That just triggered your internal non-Steelers fan.
It's just like, whatever. People are so stupid. It's just idiots. Mike McCarthy says he believes in him, so he must be good. Yeah, he believes in him so much that he drafted a quarterback in the top 70. Dumbass. Fucking idiots, dude. So stupid.
Mike McCarthy knows talent, dude. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I know content. All right. What was I gonna say?
Entertainment. It was entertainment.
I thought it was content.
Yeah, whatever.
Scroll back and
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Happy episode 100.
Not yet. Today's 99. We'll have to do a special like draft or something for.
Yeah, we need to do something. I don't know what. And Naples isn't going to contribute any ideas. Mm-hmm. So you and Eli are going to need to carry
top
that.
100 players of all time, just like they did for the 100 for when Bill Belichick and whoever else were sitting in that room.
Of all time? Naples is going to be like Jalen Hurts, 50.
No, he's going to put shit there at 50, 49.
Did you see Brennan Sorsby? Brennan Sorsby sued the NCAA, basically telling them to expedite the process, either let me play football or tell me I'm not, so I can enter the supplemental draft.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the supplemental draft rules? It's been forever since we've had one, and it's been even longer since we had a relevant player. Like DeAndre Baker was a decent cornerback prospect. There was another cornerback Washington drafted one year. Basically, they're going to do it's the draft but in text format, which is funny because they could do the actual NFL draft in text format too. But you go through and basically any team can draft anybody with their current pick. But the caveat is, so let's say the Raiders, for whatever reason, they're sick of Mendoza. They want Brennan Sorsby. If they draft him with the first round in the supplemental draft, they give up their first round pick next year in 2027, and so on and so forth. So the Bengals, 10th overall, they could draft them. And it has no so the Raiders, if they gave up or let's do a better one, the Seahawks, if they were to draft Brennan Sorsby 32nd overall this year, if they go 0-17 and have the first overall pick in 2027, it doesn't matter. They lost that pick.
Nobody will be selecting them.
Correct.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I believe it would be whoever the second overall pick has. So I think wherever he gets right, and he's not going to go in the first round because nobody's going to do that for that reason. Like, what if you just bomb? What if your quarterback gets hurt, or I guess quarterback's not a good. What if your franchise player gets hurt and it ends up being a top 5 pick? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. People have said Sorsby, because of the talent, could go as high as the second round. I still think that's rich. I think the third round comes into play. What round of pick do you think a team would feel comfortable taking a flyer on? Somebody who's talented, he's very athletic, has a strong arm. I personally don't buy into all the hype. I mean, he's on his third college team, and he's a fun college quarterback, but it's a lot of running around and not a lot of things that translate right to the NFL.
I mean, we saw a couple of guys like that this year, one in the third round. I mean, Drew Aller's is a prime
I think
example
a third
of
round.
that. Third rounder. I mean, Carson Beck's another guy where it's like, I forget who made this point.
And at that point, you're taking a flyer pretty much regardless. Like, the first 2 rounds, like, you're trying to get a day 1 starter.
Yeah, absolutely. I forget who made this point, but they basically said that, like, second-round quarterbacks don't actually exist. Because if you have a talent to be a second-round quarterback, the quarterback tax puts you in the first round, the end of the first round. And then you have the third-round quarterbacks. Again, I think it's like, this year it didn't happen. Last year there was one, Tyler Shuck, where it's like, quarterbacks do not get taken in the second round.
And I would argue for the third round, too. We've started to see it come back a little bit more. But really, it's day 2 as a whole. Like, there's not a day 2 quarterback.
Yeah, it's like the only 2 I can think of in recent history, Will Levis, Tyler Shuck. And Will Levis got traded up for in the first pick in the second round, or top pick in the second round. And we see how that turned out.
And I think I've made this point here before just to show how crazy things can be. The Colts, if Anthony Richardson wasn't there at 4, Jim Irsay says, which once again, as I just pointed out, just because a coach, owner, or GM says something during draft season doesn't mean it would have happened. He said Will Levis was their next guy on the board. They would have taken him.
There's just nobody had a need for a
yeah.
quarterback that desperate. The Steelers are just taking Pickett.
Mason Rudolph, he was a 3rd-round pick for the Steelers. Either or both of the Bills and the Bengals had 1st-round grades on him.
Yeah, I remember because Nick wanted Mason in the 1st. Or I don't remember if it was 1st or not, but yeah.
So it just truly shows, like, there are a lot of teams I think that had Drew Aller way lower than what the Steelers did. Quinn Ewers.
The year before he was the top 3 pick.
Yeah. So Quinn Ewers, Garrett Nussmeier, like, these guys fall. Shador fell for other reasons, but it is interesting. I think a 3rd-rounder is where I would feel comfortable, and I think there are 2 teams to look out for.
Yeah. You might have asked me this question before. Who do you think is the guy, 1st-round talent this year that went back that's going to fall to a late-round pick?
We did talk about this. I forget who I said, because I actually did a video on next year's quarterbacks that I actually like. One of the guys who I don't like, so I kind of said him because it would have happened to him this year, Lenora Sellers for South Carolina.
That was the original name, but I thought of another one. I think Trinidad Chambliss would have been a 1st-round pick this year. I think if he comes out next year, I don't know.
You think he would have been a 1st-round pick?
I think so.
He's skinny. I don't know.
He is, but like there was a lot of hype on him going out of this draft.
I'll give you another one. One guy who would have been my QB1 this year if he would have come out, Dante Moore.
Yeah. So you think he's going to fall?
I think that was the name you said. Yeah.
That was the name you said. So you think he's going to be a 3rd-rounder next year, or later?
Or later. He's an interesting one. I don't. If he has to push the ball more down the field this year, and Dylan Raiola's recovering, but he's there. I don't know. I could see Moore dropping. I like Moore. I don't really enjoy Sellers, so I'm gonna root against Sellers.
Raiola's just finished his redshirt sophomore season.
He is a true junior, I believe.
Okay. So it's the same amount of time, it's not a redshirt.
Yeah, he can sit this year. Technically, he could redshirt this year,
right,
and then.
So then he'd be a redshirt junior next year.
Yeah, if they choose to do that, and I mean, he could.
Well, I mean, he could still play like 3 games, can he, and still be a redshirt?
Yeah, they've loosened up the redshirt rules a lot.
So dumb.
Yeah, you can play
it's
a
like
lot.
It's like Ben Simmons being Rookie of the Year at his 2nd year. Like, yeah, so dumb.
You want to know the 2 teams I think are players for Sorsby? I think
for the supplemental draft this year.
Yeah. I think there's 3, but one of them I think is kind of what everybody says, so it's boring.
1 AFC, 1 NFC.
2 AFC, 1 NFC.
Browns.
The Browns is one. The one that's obvious that a lot of people have said is the Jets.
Yeah.
Just because Klubnik, they used a semi-high 4th-round pick on him, but there's no true tying there. Plus, they need another quarterback in general. So we were talking about the Steelers, like they're kind of stuck with Howard and Allard just because you talked up Howard all year for no reason. So you can't really.
For no reason, it's crazy.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
You're so sure he's gonna suck, man.
I do. And then Drew Aller, you're not gonna cut a 3rd-round pick.
No, absolutely not.
So the Steelers are stuck. The Jets aren't really stuck. You have Geno, and then I think Brady Cook's QB4.
That sounds right.
I don't think that there's an established veteran. I think we actually were joking about the Jets that chart. So that's the obvious.
So wait, who's QB3 then? If Klubnik's 2,
it would be Klubnik and Sorsby competing.
Sorsby. So you're saying in this hypothetical.
Yeah.
So they currently only have 3 quarterbacks on the roster.
Look it up. I think Brady Cook's still there, but
that would be their 3rd.
Yeah, they're like no names. Like they're guys that Sorsby and Klubnik should be able to beat out, or at least be close enough where you're going to go with the young guy.
They probably have a Cam name on there.
Cleveland is the other option just because Andrew Berry views QBs as assets. Who is it?
Yeah, Bailey Zappi.
That's right.
Yeah. One more time, sorry. They views.
Cleveland views QBs as assets. Taylor Green, they don't care. Like they have if they drafted Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders in the same draft, they're not going to have a problem drafting Taylor Green in the 6th round and Brennan Sorsby in the supplemental. And both of those guys are electric. Both of them incredible athletes with rocket arms. So I don't know if either one of them would ever be good, but they would at least be fun to watch in the preseason. The 3rd team, which is the team that I really like and I think would make a lot of sense, Philly.
See, I don't know. I like Cole Payton. personally. I think Cole Payton could be starting there in 3 years. So
I
I'll be
agree.
crazy,
I agree.
like,
But for the same reason they drafted Payton, and the same reason that they were going to draft Shador Sanders last year if Cleveland didn't jump them. Howie Roseman's always looking at the next quarterback,
I know.
and it's worked out for him.
It has.
He found Carson Wentz when he had Sam Darnold and Chase Daniel. He got a Super Bowl out of
Two
that.
Super Bowls in 2 different regimes.
Yeah,
so.
and then he did the same thing. Carson Wentz played at an MVP level. His play started to falter. They draft Jalen Hurts in the second round. They go to 2 Super Bowls, win the ladder.
Yep.
And Philly is finally fed up with Jalen Hurts and all this BS.
Trade him to the Jets.
I think it's become so obvious that I think I'm like onto something where there's no way it's gonna happen.
This season, you're saying? Or
If he enters the supplemental draft,
okay.
I think Howie Roseman's gonna make such a strong. It's like too obvious. We're like if I was able to crack the code on this,
Yeah.
like everybody else knows what it's up to. Like and it makes too much sense. I saw somebody, I forget who, proposed like a trade after this year. If Stroud continues to just kind of float, like where he doesn't take that next step, but I mean he's clearly talented. A Stroud for Hurts trade, which would have been. I like that for Philly a lot because I think C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts, especially if you get him some good coaching. I don't love it for Houston with how loaded. But once again, that team's so loaded where maybe Jalen Hurts can replicate what he did in Philly 2 years ago.
Well, Stroud needs a coach that's able to develop young, raw quarterbacks like Mike McCarthy.
I was waiting for the Mike
I know you
McCarthy
were.
part. All right, good episode. I'm gonna make a video on the Sorsby thing because it makes too much sense, so it's not gonna happen.
So does the draft pass, so if you're not taking somebody in the first round, does your clock just expire and you don't take somebody? Like, is it an actual draft, or is it like Philly chimes up, they're like, hey, we're taking Sorsby as our 3rd round pick, and then somebody gets to chime in and be like, oh, no, we're taking him with our 3rd round pick?
Correct. It goes to like a third party. So like that you can't see what other teams are. It's almost like submitting a waiver claim for fantasy football or real football.
Yeah,
like, hey, like if he is there with our 3rd round pick, we want him. Yeah. And you don't know. Like for all you know, let's say somebody goes crazy and takes him in the 1st round. For all you know, somebody didn't have a waiver claim for not a waiver claim, but a draft slot for him until the 5th round. So you could have done it in the 4th round, but instead you lost your break. That's like the crazy hypothetical with it. And that's why we don't see it a lot really anymore because it is like that rare case where like after the draft, like you're not eligible. The most notable player recently was Terrell Pryor in 2011 when him and Jim Tressel got in trouble. There's been some good ones though. Ahmad Brooks, the linebacker for the Bengals and the 49ers, he was there. There's been a few relevant guys, but nobody in like the last 16 years.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm on their Wikipedia for it now. Jalen Thompson in 2019.
The Cardinals guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I take that back. I didn't realize he was supplemental.
5th.
Yeah, he's a starter.
He was declared ineligible for his senior season after an NCAA rules violation. Last player to be picked in the supplemental draft as of 2026. 2018, Sam Beal, the Giants, and Adonis Alexander, the Redskins.
Adonis Alexander's who I was saying about. Oh, DeAndre Baker was a 1st round pick.
Yes.
Sam Beal. All right, so I knew the Giants, but
there's a pretty famous guy who in 2012 who was a supplemental draft guy.
Josh Gordon,
dismissed for failed marijuana test at Baylor, and look at that, he got 5 more in the NFL. So Terrell Pryor was 2011. Harvey Unga, Josh Brent, Isaiah Battle, Paul Oliver, Jared Gaither, Ahmad Brooks, you mentioned him.
I feel like there were a lot of good guys in like the 80s even. Like it used to be like an thing. Yeah. 1998,
both of the guys ended up being Pro Bowlers. Mike Wall, W-A-H-L-E, and then Jamal Williams, a nose tackle. Academically ineligible and positive for steroids. Yeah, but again, not any like huge. Chris Carter was a supplemental draft guy.
I was gonna say I thought there was somebody in like
Brian Bosworth too. Jeez. So yeah, it actually used to be a real thing.
Yeah, it used
Bernie Kosar.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Best Browns quarterback of all time.
Not even close. Sorry, he is, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Baker's close-ish. Closer than the rest. We'll go with that.
Baker would have been if they didn't screw it up. Ahmad Brooks. I'm just looking at the top 10. There was a Syracuse wide receiver, I guess, in 1990 that was really good. But everybody is what we listed. They have Chris Carter as number 1. Makes sense. Kosar as 2. That Jamal Williams as 3. And then they have the Syracuse wide receiver and Ahmad Brooks rounding out the top 5. But then there's Josh Gordon behind him.
I thought, for some reason, Bo Jackson was, but he was taken in the 7th round after he was taken first overall.
Correct, yeah.
But they like 2 years later, 2 drafts later, I think the Raiders snuck him in the 7th round.
He told Tampa, "Don't draft me."
Yeah, because they effed up his senior year of baseball. Because he didn't know he couldn't go and visit their facility.
I thought he didn't want to go there at all anyway. Because Tampa Bay used to be like a joke.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, but like
the creamsicle jerseys, we love them now. They were not.
Yeah. But no, he didn't know that if he went and visited their facility that he was going to be declared ineligible because of NCAA rules. They had him out. They paid for everything to get in there, which is why he couldn't accept that. And so they basically told him afterwards that like you can't play your senior
didn't know
baseball.
that one.
And so he said, "Don't draft me. I will not play for you." And then he went and played for the Kansas City Royals and played decent baseball. So fun fact: the You Don't Know Bo documentary is pretty sick. So if you guys haven't watched it, you should watch it. So
I might need to. Yeah, I always thought it was just because Tampa Bay was the laughing stock of the league.
It was a 30 for 30, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You Don't Know Bo. So it's fun. So insane athlete from the time he was in like 7th grade. So yeah, cool.
Good episode.
Rock and roll.
It's been the Second Short Podcast. We'll see you next time.